Okay, I think I mapped a route to follow. Looks like yeah, it looks like our first destination is going to be Tabwa. Wallace Enterprise has bauxite. They only have 25 tons though. Tanner's Folly has 600 gold. We can do a couple of runs of that. Yeah. We should try to trade rutile. But who will buy it? Okay, we'll start there. We're going to start in Tabwa, Wallace Enterprise. We're going to start buying out their rutile. Looks like we can sell it in Tanner's Folly, or we can get a couple of cargoes full of gold, and then maybe after that we'll figure something else out. Actually, this is good. So, insulating membrane at Patanawi Hietro Station to Karka Gresh Terminal. We can do like 4 runs of that. Patanawi. Okay, so we're heading to Patanawi Hietro Station. Patanawi. All right. You're still not open. Luca's in a box. Luca's in a box. Hi, Savita. Welcome to the stream. And welcome, everybody. My name is Arcagus, and we're back for some more Elite Dangerous. So in our last episode, we picked up a brand new Type-8. And even though it's yellow now, it looks like the one they gave us is the, I think they call it the Stellar Edition, or the Stellar model. And it's a trade-focused configuration. So I figured, what better way to shake down our new ship than to perform a few trade runs with it. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to be heading to... Oh, I don't think you guys actually can see the ship right now because I'm still just starting the stream. Patanawi. Yeah, we're headed to the Patanawi system. So let's do that. And let's bring up Twitch. Yeah. I think when we left off, we're actually in space. I didn't have a chance
back, Commander.
to go land. But we got a nice little shakedown going. Oh, I'm already throttled up.
Here in the Soviet system. Soviet Citizens of Tradition is the local faction. Information. Breslin Silver Vision Network will soon be in an election with Soviet Industries for control of McKeith Enterprise. Atom Emperor Assembly are preparing to expand to another system.
So did they update this with the new engineering information? Do I still need all this stuff, or maybe my wish list is stale, meaning the wish list was created based on the old data, and I need to create a new wish list, and it'll update with the new data. But we're not going to worry about that right now. This is for exploration. We're doing trade runs. I mean, we could probably still do with a good FSD for faster trade runs, but I'm not too worried about it right now. So we'll come back to this. Patanawi. Yep. Okay, 8 jumps to get us to Patanawi.
Poor set.
Pilots Federation. Stars, toggle all. Here we go. It feels like a beefy system, like a beefy ship. Like the vibration when you move, you feel like you're pulling a significant mass. Okay. So I already checked the software.
Telemetry obtained. Your Type 8 is heading to the call 285 Sector JW-MC7-27 system. You're leaving Emperor space. This is your first visit to this system. Fuel reserves are now at 79%. Commander, there is no human presence here. You're over 140 light years from home. Fuel at maximum.
Oh, too hot. Okay, I got a little bit too close to the star that time.
Jump in progress. Your Type 8 is heading to the call 285 Sector QX-ZB14-3 system. You have left Emperor space. This is your first visit to this system. Fuel tanks are now at 86% capacity. Refueled. Jump in progress. Your Type 8 is in transit to the call 285 Sector YY-BA29-4 system. This is your first visit to this system. Fuel tanks at 88% capacity. This star is interesting, with an unusually low solar radius at 0.31 times sols and higher than average density. As you can see, it emits an orange-red light.
I hate not having a scanner. I hate not mapping systems. But if I had the scanner and I was mapping the systems, I'll be finding, FSS worlds. I'd be finding biological signals, and then I'd be missing that too. And another thing. So where are the... Okay. I'll leave it like that for now. I just wonder if it's better suited to fire at will. There's a lot of guns on this ship. Do we have enough power for everything? We'll find out in the next.
Jump in progress. Your Type-8 is heading to the HIP 36165 system. You have entered independent space. This is your first visit to this system. Fuel levels at 84% capacity. Planet A1 is exceptional, with an unusually high mass at 5.6 times Earth's, an unusually high radius of well over 9,500 kilometers, and an extremely high surface temperature of well over 3,500 Kelvin. Your Type-8 is now fully refueled. Jump in progress. Your Type-8 is heading to the Call 285 Sector AG-CB14-3 system. This is your first visit to this system. Fuel tanks now at 89%. Humans have yet to colonize this system. Refueled. Telemetry obtained. Your Type-8 is en route to the
Amaya 22 to 44.
LTT-3010 system. This is your first visit to this system.
A little bit in between. I'm casual to a point, but I'm very serious about my gaming experience. Competitive in what way? Can you be more specific? And welcome to the stream, if I didn't say that already.
Your Type-8 is now fully refueled. Telemetry obtained. Your Type-8 is en route to the Hyades Sector DM-KB9-0 system. This is your first visit to this system. Main sequence star is notable, with lower than average density. As you can see, it emits an orange-red light. Refueled. telemetry obtained. Your Type-8 is in transit to the Pathanawi system. This is your first visit to this system. Maximum fuel.
All right, I really need to keep it over on the left side, huh? What are the other? Stabilizer off. Ship control. Oh.
Dropping at Haiyo Station. Left Super Cruise near outpost Haiyo Station. Landing pad 5 allocated. Docking complete. Maximum fuel.
Okay. Do I have any cartographics to sell? I should have one. Oh, I have a few.
Exploration data for 6 systems sold for over 86,500 credits. Local market information refresh obtained. The local market is selling silver at a good price, as well as gold and tritium.
Okay. Who did we want to buy from? We want to buy insulating membrane. And Bertrandite. The reason I'm picking these is because they have a sufficient stock that we can do a couple of trade runs. So we're going to go from Patanawi to Karka. Patanawi to Karka, or we should be able to trade these off. So we're going to start with insulating membrane and then bring Bertrandite back and do that run a few times. See how much we can make with this ship. Oof.
You have just purchased 340 tons of insulating membrane for over 3 million credits.
I hope this is a good idea. In Karka, we'll be going to Gresh Terminal. Six jumps.
Course set.
Never really understood the whole spinning around thing.
Disengage from local networks.
It always seemed a little silly to me. So before we go back into Super Cruise for the next 6 jumps, I want to test my hard points. Man, that gun looks so tiny on this giant ship. Okay. And that's our full loadout there. Okay, so we have plenty of power. We have enough power for everything on board and still have some to spare, it seems. Yeah, we're only using 92% at this point. So if we change out the configuration much more, we might have to pick and choose what we're going to have in deployed mode and what's in normal mode. But aside from that, we're good for right now. We have a decent reserve even if we take some damage. Not much, but enough. Okay. All right, let's go.
Telemetry obtained. Your Type-8 is heading to the Hyades Sector ZF-MB8-1 system. This is your first visit to this system. This system is not populated. Starry is notable, with lower than average density. As you can see, it emits an orange-red light. Your Type-8 is now at maximum fuel capacity.
You know what? I have a system scanner. But no, these are trade runs. I don't need to. I don't. I said I was going to do trade runs. Yeah. What can I say? I'm an explorer at heart. I still want to explore.
Telemetry obtained. Your Type-8 is in transit to the Hyades Sector DM-KB9-1 system. You are no longer in Federation space. This is your first visit to this system. Maximum fuel. Destination confirmed. Your Type-8 is in transit to the Hyades Sector EM-KB9-1 system. This is your first visit to this system. Fuel tanks are at 87%, Commander. Star-A is notable relative to similar Class M stars with lower than average density. As you can see, it emits an orange-red light. Your Type-8 is now at 100% fuel capacity. Telemetry obtained. Your Type-8 is en route to the Lebe system. You're entering independent space. This is your first visit to this system. Fuel at maximum. Destination confirmed. Your Type-8 is traveling to the Weekamu system. You're entering independent space. This is your first visit to this system. You're now over 110 light years from Shinrar to Daysgra. Main sequence star is notable relative to similar Class M stars with lower than average density. As you can see, it emits an orange-red light. Fuel at maximum. Telemetry obtained. Your Type-8 is traveling to the Karka system. This is your first visit to this system. Refueled.
Okay, looking for Gresh Terminal. Yeah, it's behind us. But otherwise, it's not that far. Darker One, welcome to the stream. Good morning. The app I'm using for the AI voice. So I'm using a combination of things. For the primary program, the application is Voice Attack. The plugin I'm using with Voice Attack that produces the text that is being spoken is the EDDI plugin for Elite Dangerous. And then the voice itself is the Scottish Heather voice from Cereproc. Cereproc. They sell voices for Windows text-to-speech. So you get Heather from Cereproc, you install it into your Windows, and then you assign it like you would assign any voice in Windows to the EDDI plugin in Voice Attack. Sure thing. My pleasure.
Dropping near Gresh Terminal. Entered normal space near outpost Gresh Terminal.
Throttling down, switching to thrusters. Yeah, we are heavy. Normally at this much thrust, I'm going about 190. Now I'm going 116. So that 340 tons of cargo does make a difference on our performance. Which it should. I'm not complaining. I'm just noticing how much or how little, depending on how you want to look at it. This thing still
Landing pad
flies like a
ready.
beast. Okay, landing pad 4. I don't see it yet. There it is.
Docking complete.
All right. Let's see how much we get for these membranes.
Local market information update received. You can sell your insulating membrane for a profit of around 3.5 million credits. The local market is selling merchandise at a good price, as well as galite and indite.
All right. So 3.5 million profit. Not a bad start, I think. It's been 5 years
You
since I've
have
done a
just
trade
sold
run.
340 tons of insulating membrane at just over 20,000 credits per ton for a total of well over 6.5 million credits with a profit of around 3.5 million credits.
We're buying 340 tons of bertrandite for 555,000 credits. We're paying 1.6 thousand credits per unit. Okay.
You have just purchased 340 tons of merchandise for over 550,000 credits.
Kitty, you moved my mouse. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, the Type-8, it's a different kind of ship, I think. I haven't been anything this big that's been this responsive.
Station
Normally,
outfitting price update obtained. You
you
could
have to
reduce your
fight
rebuy by
a little bit with a
91
ship like
credits
this.
by swapping out your Super Cruise Assist here.
I can do what? What does she say about my Super Cruise Assist?
Station outfitting price refresh obtained. You could reduce your rebuy by 91 credits by swapping out your Super Cruise Assist here.
Oh, I can reduce my rebuy. Okay. I don't want to do that though. I like my Super Cruise Assist. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to really look into the new engineering yet, although I really want to. I wasn't planning on getting into a Type 8 so soon, but the opportunity sort of presented itself suddenly and unexpectedly, and I couldn't say no. So yeah, we got kind of lucky there. But I'm glad it's a fun ship. I need to name it, don't I? What do we name this thing?
Station outfitting information refresh obtained. You could reduce your rebuy by 91 credits by swapping out your Super Cruise Assist here.
91 credits. I'm okay. I can live with 91 credits. I guess we'll go ahead and put their paint job back on it. I kind of like the industrial yellow for this kind of ship, but I feel like I'm disrespecting the people that gave it to me, loaned it to me. I don't know, so I need to be careful about that. But oh yeah, we're going to rename it too. But yeah, we can show off the red for a bit. Yeah, as long as you're having fun, it's all good. All right, so our ship, Type 8 transporter, that's a little bit too on the nose. It's a beast, it's a transporter, it's a cargo ship. Man, I really don't know what to name it. I was using tribe names for my mining and trading ships last. Let's go with Arapaho. Yeah, we'll go with Arapaho.
The Arapaho now registered with Sanctus. Identification is Alpha Romeo 07 Tango.
Yeah, the Arapahos were known for their strength, for their ability to move massive amounts of goods, great distances. That's exactly what this thing is. Okay. We got our Birchendite. We just need to set course, which is what I was about to do before Kitty knocked my mouse over and sent me into the starport. So let's return to surface. Okay, we're heading back to Watanabe.
Course set.
Yecho Station. I believe it's Yecho Station. Let's see. Call 25 Lee Bay. This is a different route from the route we took out here. Let's make sure. No, we're still okay. We're still using scoopable stars, so we should be good. All right, that's her. It's not a bad paint job. I just prefer the yellow for some reason. All right.
Docking clamps free.
And normally when they launch you off the station, your ship will jump up just a little bit from the release, but this thing is so heavy, it doesn't move at all. It remains at rest on the station floor, on the station surface. And yeah, this is without question the biggest ship I've been in this game in all my years of playing. Oh, you're Sioux? I'm Cherokee. Well, I'm half Cherokee, half Hawaiian, but yeah. And yeah, the yellow reminds me of the Tonka Trump too. I just like the. I mean, it's already a big, blocky, bulky ship. It just. It just looks more natural as in that Tonka color.
Destination confirmed. The Rapido is in transit to the call 285 sector DL-CB14-4 system. This is your first visit to this system. There is no human presence here.
Okay.
The Rapido is now at maximum fuel capacity. Jump in progress. The Rapido is en route to the Lay system. This is your second visit to this system. Maximum fuel.
Man, we're already an hour into this trade run. It feels like we're just getting started.
Telemetry obtained. The Rapido is en route to the Hyades sector EM-KB9-1 system. This is your second visit to this system. This system is not populated. Refueled. Destination confirmed. The Rapido is heading to the Hyades sector DM-KB9-1 system. This is your second visit to this system. Refueled. Telemetry obtained. The Rapido is heading to the Hyades sector ZF-MB8-1 system. This is your second visit to this system. Maximum fuel. Jump in progress. The Arapaho is traveling to the Pantanaway system. You are now in Federation space. This is your second visit to this system. Fuel reserves at 87% capacity, Commander. Fuel at maximum.
Hmm. Do I think these changes will bring more people back to the game? Until I have a closer look at the engineering, I'm not sure yet.
Warning.
Oh, here we go.
Interdiction attempt by pirate detected. You have something that I want.
Well, then you're going to have to come take it. Let's see if you have what it takes. It doesn't seem like it.
Interdiction evaded.
So I've always felt like the engineering aspect of the game has been a bit of a mess. The itemization, the number of things that you have to collect, the tediousness of how to collect those things, that's always been a problem for them. And it sounds like they're on the right track with these changes, but I don't know if it's enough yet. So until I have a closer look at exactly what they've done, I can't say for sure, but I can say that they're on the right track. they're bringing in more ships, they're bringing in more opportunities in the form of game loops. As controversial as it was, they've crossed a new threshold with the whole Odyssey expansion. So I think they're on the right track, but there's still a few things they still have to do. More than anything, they need to give us the ability to walk around on our ships. I guarantee if they do that, that will spark a huge, huge re-interest in the game. But that being said, engineering was a mess. I understand them addressing that first, and I am interested in seeing what they've done, for myself, not just reading about it. But I don't know if it's enough yet, to be honest. Yeah, like I said, they're definitely moving in the right direction, but the grind is still there. The managing so many different kind of mats, that's still a problem for a lot of players. Just for the record, I have never engineered anything in this game just because I really didn't want to mess with it.
Dropping at Hyoto Station. The
I mean,
Raptor has entered normal space near outpost Hyoto Station.
case in point, I've been playing nonstop for 35 days now with the intention of engineering for at least the last 15 days, and I still haven't gathered the mats I need to do even one of those. And that's just buying something from a tech broker. Now, granted, that's a more involved mats collection than maybe engineering a blueprint, but that's still a testament to how tedious that game loop is. Just trying to collect those mats, and I haven't even collected one wake scan data thing yet at all. None of the wake scans I've been able to find are the right kind, and I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if it's just that rare. But that too is kind of I need to request landing. That too is part of not enough space.
We have been denied docking because there is no space available.
Okay. Now, for me, I'm an engineer by trade, so I love immersive simulations like this that really make you feel like, you know, you're really in the thick of things. But even for me, the itemizations they have for the mats, the reports, and the productivity sheets, and I don't know, it just seems like a little much. The tech broker is expensive. Yeah, like I said, it's a different experience from collecting mats for a blueprint, and I recognize that. And so that might not be a fair comparison for me to say, but it's still part of
Landing
that same
pad
game
5
loop where,
assigned.
just collecting those mats and me not be able to get even one of those wake scans in 15 days. That to me is still a problem for them. And again, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but that too is a problem because it's not explained to me how to do it right, at least not in the game.
Docking complete.
Most folks don't want to make all those jumps out there, so what I do is scan every ship that is within my sensor's range whenever I travel. Are you talking about the... What do I need? I have a lot of software open. The data mined wake exceptions. So you get that from scanning ships. Oh, for data mats. Yeah, so I've collected data. I've collected plenty of data, usually from like degraded emissions or impact sites, those types of things. But the data mined wake exception, you need a wake scanner for that. You need to find those FSD wake traces left behind by ships. And even when you find those, they produce different kinds of wake exceptions or wake scans. And getting this data mined wake exception has proven to be a bit of the challenge. But I don't know what I don't know if this software has been updated for the tech brokers. So if we go human modules, FSD. So yeah, I don't know if this has been updated or not. It looks like the materials they're listing is the same as before. So either this software hasn't been updated or the tech brokers haven't really changed. Yeah, scanning the wake after a ship jumps. That's what I'm talking about. All right.
The Rataho is now at 100% fuel capacity.
So let's see what we get for Bertrandite here.
Local market information changes obtained.
Oh,
You
wow.
can sell your Bertrandite for a profit of over 6.5 million credits. The local market is selling silver at a good price, as well as gold and tritium.
6.7 million profit. Okay, that's a good trade run on data. So between both routes, front and back, that's 11 million we made in about an hour. And of course, Twitch is on an ad break while I do all that. Okay, looks like they're done. So yeah, 6.7 million profit after 3.5 million on the first leg. So just over 11 million, around 11.2, 11.3 million for this trade run. Did that give me a
You have
rank?
just sold 340 tons of Bertrandite at nearly 21,500 credits per ton for a total of over 7 million credits with a profit of over 6.5 million credits.
So what did we receive? We gained a reputation with Patanawi Traveling Company. Yeah, we're cordial. All right. See, there's a couple of wakes here I can try to scan, but I don't have a wake scanner on this thing. That's on my exploration ship. Let me think here. It's 9:29 p.m. Can you trade for that? Yeah, I think I can. And that's what somebody else advised that I do, that you can meta the hard to find mats by gathering other easier to mine, easier to grind mats, and acquire them that way. But I'm the kind of player that I have to do it the right way at least once for the experience, and to at least to share that experience with others, so that we know how it's supposed to work. Okay. And I'm not knocking it. Like I said, it's, I love this game. I love how immersive it is. I love how scientific and realistic it is. But I think some of these are not very realistic, or just a little bit over the top in either their complexity or their difficulty as far as their accessibility to players. And so I want to see the proper way to do it. I want to show that, so that we can all at least see this is how it's supposed to work. And maybe come up with ways to make it better. And I've worked with other developers and other projects before the same way. I play devil's advocate a lot in a lot of the views that I present, not to tear anybody down or say that their project is bad, but just to try and present an alternative way that it could be better, more accessible, more fun to players. And I've already done that. I've already talked to some of the people at FDev about some of the other experiences in the game that are there right now that are just ripe for better experiences. For instance, is finding some of those minor wreckages, finding some of those distress beacons. You've got a dead body, you've got a ship, you've got some interactability with the ship. The only thing that's missing is like a black box or a pilot's journal, some sort of crew manifest, a cargo manifest, all these pieces of data that you can collect at a crash site to kind of paint a picture. Who this was, why they were here, what caused them to crash. And then once you have that, you can create your own report, documenting the site, documenting where you found it, documenting what you found. You can choose whether or not to report everything you found. Like if you pick up some of the cargo and some of the mats and choose not to disclose that you found them on the site, those are yours, and that could play a part in how you're rewarded for the things that you find. If you report everything versus if you report just what's left. And that can become part of the game, part of the exploration and travel game loop, where you're doing more than just dropping down and grabbing a few things and taking off again. And they seemed very responsive to that. So hopefully that, paves the way for more immersive interaction with those POIs when you find them on the planet sites. But yeah, I just want every aspect of the game to feel fun. I don't want it to feel too much like work. But some of the things, they just don't make sense to me, and that's why I struggle with them. I believe the aversiveness of the mat grind keeps people from blowing through all the content. Yeah, anytime you get locked into a game loop that just has you doing the same thing over and over again, you run the risk of that becoming the only thing you know. And that happened to me a lot. In my defense, in their defense, let me put it that way, I would have to come to the game, and then I would have to leave the game for a while and then come back to the game. And every time I did, I'd have to relearn something new, because they were constantly making changes to how some of those game loops worked in the very beginning. We didn't have like deep core mining very early on. That was something they added later. And that was something I had to learn when I came back to the game. And by the time I was done learning that, I really had lost clear sight on trade runs and passenger runs and those sort of things. And it was kind of like I had to relearn the rest of the game every time I came out of one of those grinds. HIP 12099, Planet B1, Jameson's crash site, SRV scan, comms beacons, take the data to encode a trader. Yeah, I think somebody else told me the same thing. This is the recognized way of collecting encoded data. Don't wake scan for ships. Yeah, you're the Torque. You might have been the first person to tell me that too. I apologize if I forgot, but yeah, you're at least the second person to tell me that exact same thing. And welcome to the stream, Torque. All right, so we're going to do another trade run, right?
Market information refresh received. The local market is selling silver at a good price, as well as gold and tritium.
It was insulating membrane we were trading before.
You have just purchased 340 tons of insulating membrane for well over 3 million credits.
I don't have a crew seat on this, do I? If I wanted to know, it would be on the roll plant panel, right? Yeah, there's no crew seat. Okay. Oh, the big screen beyond headset. I don't know what the question was, but yeah, that is probably one of the best headsets I've ever used. We need to plot. Karka. Gresh terminal.
Poor set. Docking clamps free.
Oh, wait. Oh, I don't have a wake scanner. That doesn't matter. So yeah, I'll probably end up trading for the rest of the wake exceptions. But I do want to at least find one the right way using wake scans. If and when I figure out how to do that as efficiently as possible.
Destination confirmed. The Rataho is en route to the Hyades Sector ZF-MB8-1 system. This is your third visit to this system. Fuel reserves are at 88% capacity. Humans have yet to colonize this system.
So yeah, the big screen is a premium product, but it's also tailored to you. So it's a very, very niche product. But if you can't afford
The
one,
Rataho fuel reserves are at maximum.
at least for a couple of years, there's nothing that's going to be able to touch it. Have I scanned this one yet? I think I have.
Telemetry obtained. The Arapaho is traveling to the Hyades Sector DM-KB9-1 system. You have left Federation space. This is your third visit to this system. Fuel reserves are now at 86% capacity, Commander. Fuel at maximum.
I'm in Taiwan, so I'm in the Chinese version of CST. We are GMT or UTC +8.
Jump in progress. The Arapaho is traveling to the Hyades Sector EM-KB9-1 system.
So for reference, it's 9:41 p.m. here.
Refueled.
It might be too soon. Let's let it cool down a little bit.
Jump in progress. The Arapaho is en route to the Lebe system. You're entering independent space. This is your third visit to this system. Fuel reserves are at 85%.
We can move.
Maximum fuel.
Let's see. So, yeah, I'm a Texas boy. So, 9:40 p.m. here is 8:40 a.m. in Austin, Texas. So it should be. So Eastern time zone should be just 1 hour past that. So it should be 12 hours off, not 10, right? About 3 Type-8s yesterday and engineered all 3 frame shift drives to level 5 this morning. Wow. So collecting mats is, in fact, easier. My math for a Marine failed me. Yes, 12 hours. Okay.
Destination confirmed. The Arapaho is en route to the Wikamu system. You have entered independent space. This is your second visit to this system. Fuel tanks are now at 89% capacity.
But more than anything, this is what I love doing. Just flying my ships, getting from point A to point B. I'm the kind of guy that enjoys the journey just as much, if not more, than the destination. Yes, the mat grind is much improved. More mats available per run as well. Okay, so more mats returned for time invested, so better ROI, and the requirements have gone down. So that further increases the value of each unit when you take into account the value of the product that's returned, requiring fewer. So that should be a win for players all around. I sort of lucked into my Type-8, so I haven't had a chance to look at engineering at all yet. But maybe it's time we did that. Maybe we just skipped the tech broker.
Telemetry obtained.
Which, to be honest, I was just doing that because I wanted that
Head into the
DSS
cargo
that somebody told me
system.
about.
This is your second visit to this system.
But maybe I just jump into the engineering game proper and give you guys a fresh perspective of what it's like for someone who never really experienced the previous version of engineering, because I never did it. I didn't want to mess with it. It was just too much. I felt overwhelmed,
Maximum
and
fuel.
I knew if I got involved in that, it would become my main grind, and then I just wasn't looking for that in this game yet. So yeah, let's see. This is Thursday night, so yeah, I can start doing that tomorrow night. Yes, sir. I made 92 jumps out to make the 5,000 light years to unlock the engineer. 92 jumps back. The pre-engineered FSD is worth that, Ryan. Yeah, I just want to get the wake exception thing behind me. Once I get one of those things scanned, I'll just go to Jameson. I'll do the rest there, and I'll get that over with. But I just need to get that first proper wake scan completed before I can before my psyche will let me do the trading thing. Torque, yeah, I was the same way for years. Yeah, for me, it's a similar story, except I took a 5-year hiatus from the game.
That's the ship I'm looking for.
Oh, here we
The
go.
big hull.
Maybe you're finally the one to stop me. Are you going to get to me in time? I'm getting pretty close to my destination. What's your name? Parksite. Okay. I don't think she's going to find me in time. Yeah, I took a 5-year hiatus from the game. When I moved to Taiwan in 2019, I pretty much just stopped playing. I mean, back then I was playing so much. I was playing in VR for one. Oh, she made it.
Interdiction attempt by pirate detected.
What kind of ship is she? I don't know. I don't know if I want to take the chance and fight her or not. I mean, not with like a 7 million
Interdiction
credit
evaded.
payload on board at risk, I guess. I kind of want to see this thing fight. I'm not a big combat player in this game. We did resource zones, just protecting our miner buddy and stuff like that, or multiplayer bounty runs. But that's it. I've never really been big into combat, especially not solo. But yeah, when I moved to Taiwan, I couldn't bring a lot of my stuff with me, and so I ended up losing a lot of the equipment that made my
Dropping at Gresh Terminal.
Elite Dangerous game so immersive.
The Rattle has left Super Cruise near outpost Gresh Terminal.
So 5 years, and I'm coming back, and I'm basically relearning everything. Spent 12 years trading. Yeah, I spent most of my time doing everything but combat, really. I started out trading. I switched to mining. Then started doing multiplay when they added that, like the ability to holo project yourself to your friends, even if they're like thousands of light years away. What am I doing? Oh, I'm requesting docking. I think when I stopped, I was just doing passenger runs.
Landing pad 4 assigned.
Actually, I had just got my fill of passenger runs, and I was starting to get back into exploration. But back then, exploration was just you flying from system to system and then mapping Earth-like worlds. I'm looking for 4. Where's 4? I came in too fast. I keep thinking of getting back into VR, but I know that it's a mixed bag now. They don't actually formally support VR anymore, for one, and it's absolutely broken. Well, not broken, but just not implemented for the Odyssey part of the game. But honestly, I miss my VR setup. I had little displays, little OVR drop windows on my dash that allowed me to bring up browsers. I'd bring up Netflix in one, and I'd have like EDDB or whatever the flavor of the week was for metadata up in the other, and was using that in game while I do passenger runs. Like, I found a lucrative passenger run that paid like 45 million or so per run, but it was like a 30-minute flight because the destination was so far out. And we didn't have SEOs back then. And so I would just, bring up Netflix, set course. I was watching Lost in Space that had just come out on Netflix, and I just would be a flight captain waiting until we got to our destination, and I loved it. I miss it. All right. So is that who you were talking about? I think you said Father Bill. I'll check him out. Yeah, I got to try out the big screen when I was still working as an engineer for my company, and yeah, I can't afford one myself. Well, yeah, I really can't. But it is by far the most comfortable VR headset I've ever
Market
experienced.
information change is obtained. You can sell your insulating membrane for a profit of nearly 3.5 million credits.
Yeah,
The
I'll check them
local
out.
market is selling merchandise at a good price, as well as galite and indite.
Yeah, 3.4 million profit.
You have just sold 340 tons of insulating membrane at just over 20,000 credits per ton for a total of well over 6.5 million credits with a profit of nearly 3.5 million credits. You have just purchased 340 tons of merchandise at over 1,500 credits per ton. Total cost is over 550,000 credits. Full control re-established. Course locked in.
Yeah, there's other logistics involved in getting a technology product like that into Taiwan. So, depending on how they ship it and uh, how it's documented, that could affect the price as well. Unless they have a factory in China, which then you have other alternatives to acquire them, which I don't want to talk about because that's not a healthy conversation. All right, let's get going. Yeah, I'll probably look into it eventually. It's not on my immediate radar right now. But it's definitely a product worth owning if you have the resources to own it. I will say that.
Telemetry obtained. The Rataho is en route to the Call 285 Sector DL-CB14-4 system. This is your second visit to this system. Fuel reserves at 85% capacity. There is no human presence here. Current location is nearly 112 light years from home. Fuel at maximum.
If we link up to play, I'll run security for you if you get pulled. Sounds good. When do you normally play?
Destination confirmed. The Rataho is en route to the Lebe system. Fuel reserves are now at 93%.
That's the ship I'm looking for.
Oh,
The
here we
one
go.
with the big hull.
Parn Blade.
Refueled.
Can you get to me in time? Let's see. 8 p.m. East Coast time. Monday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. When we're done with chores.
Telemetry
8 p.m. So 8
obtained.
a.m.
The Rapido is in transit to the Hyades Sector
Monday through Friday.
EM-KB9-1 system. This is your fourth visit to this system.
So we can
Humans
talk.
have yet to colonize this system.
I normally do another game in the mornings, since I'm broadcasting to, the prime time American folk. Right now I'm playing Diablo 4 in the mornings. But if we coordinate, we can like schedule a time next week to link up together and do an Elite Dangerous morning run. And I don't know. I don't know what the viewership is around that time. I've never really looked at it. Since I was doing the evening runs explicitly for Elite Dangerous every night, I was trying different games in the morning to see what kind of viewers I could attract. Because it seems like with Elite Dangerous, there's a lot more like UK folk watching, and they're usually watching around this time. And that's where I seem to get a lot of my my viewers right now. Oops. But yeah, let's
Destination confirmed. The
let's talk
Rapido is
about
in transit to the Hyades Sector DM-KB9-1
a day next week,
system.
Monday through Friday. Well, I don't stream on Mondays. That's kind of like my Sunday. Such a fun game, that Diablo 4. Yeah, actually, I played Diablo 4 at the start, and it was
Maximum fuel.
very forgettable for me. I just wasn't that impressed with it, and so I put it away for a long time. But then I played it a little bit last week, not on stream or anything. I don't know. I just jumped in and started playing in the season 4 for a little bit, and it was interesting. And then right about that time, the PTR just happened to come out for season 5, and I jumped in that. And it's you can still see that underlying design, but they've really revamped it a lot. And they've made it more consumable. So I'm actually enjoying it a lot more now than I did when I first picked it up.
The Rapido is en route to the Hyades Sector ZF-MB8-1 system.
So that's what I'm playing in the mornings right now, and I'm enjoying it. I don't know how long I'll play because I don't want to run the whole season, but I'll probably play until I get to max level and see the end game. And if I don't have a big following by then, I'll probably just move on to the next thing that
Fuel at maximum.
that gets my attention. Oh, you saw me play yesterday. Excellent. Yeah, I'm still finding my niche streaming, like non-simulation games, because for the longest time my forte was always around scientific coding or simulation games. I've never really been a big PvP player.
The Rapido is en route to the Pantanawi system. You are now in Federation space. This is your third visit to this system.
And I also play in like super ultra wide 32:9 resolution, which doesn't play well to a lot of viewers who want that 16:9 default experience. And that's just not something I'm going to compromise
Fuel at
on.
maximum.
But I'm still finding my way, and I'm still building up a pretty decent following, so I'm happy with where we're at. RX93 is my commander name. If you guys want to add me in game, sure. What's happening? I was confused by the grayed out options for a second. All right. How do you add RX-93? How do you add people? Is it on the external tab? Usually people add me. I don't usually have to add them. Not that I'm complaining. It's just that's just how it's been. Just sent you a friend request. You go to the main screen, like the title screen. Or the main screen. How do I control that? I'll figure it out. I'm just on the spot because I'm just not used to doing it. Tile screen where it says social. Can I do that without dropping out of the game? Like, you don't have to drop out of the game to add somebody you meet in the game, do you? Well, I guess if you meet somebody in the game, they're going to be on that contact
Dropping
list
at
over
Hayuko
here.
Station. Return to normal space near outpost Hayuko Station.
They'll be on your history here, and then you can add them from there, right? So it's just if you're adding somebody manually that you have to do that. Okay. Oh, I should be using thrusters. Okay, RX-93. I'll add you. Ah! Maybe I'll add
We
you now.
have been denied docking because there is no space available.
Okay, so I can do this. Oh. Just the menu. You don't have to go to the title screen. Andreu Nemekis, 87 months ago. Yeah. I miss my friends. But they all had to start families and grow up. I'm kidding. They're still my friends too. We still play other games. We just haven't done this in a long time. All right, there we go. Okay, so main menu, not title screen. My bad. Watching from work. Oh, that's fine. Yep. Yeah, it's 10:09 p.m. here. I've got about 20 minutes left before I have to.
We have been denied docking because there is no space available.
I'm going to try and fit in one more leg of this trade run. So we might go a little bit over the 10:30 p.m. endpoint, but this has been fun. I don't remember where we started credits wise, but we're making 11 million per loop. So this has been at least like 23 million after this. And then that first part of the loop is the low part that you only make about, well, you only make about 3.5 million from it. And it's getting lower and lower the more we make the run. So we'll be up like 26, 27 million by the time I log off tonight. All right, Torquay. Thanks again for joining. And enjoy your trade runs. And Darker, thanks to you as well. Have a good rest of your day. Be safe, Commanders.
Landing pad 5 allocated. Commander.
Landing pad 5, I. Something going on with the shadows. Is that a wrecked ship on that work pad? That work platform? That's interesting. I don't think I've ever noticed that before.
Docking complete.
Oh, Angel Wing, welcome to the stream. Rick Void, thank you for the follow. And Stream Daddy. Do you play Elite Dangerous? Do you even drive?
Fuel at maximum.
I don't know what my
Local
wife is
market
watching
date
right now, but it
update
doesn't sound
obtained.
right.
You can sell your merchandise for a profit of over 6.5 million credits. The local market is selling silver at a good price, as well as gold and tritium.
6.7 million profit. We'll take it.
You have just sold 340 tons of merchandise at nearly 21,500 credits per ton for a total of over 7 million credits with a profit of over 6.5 million credits.
All right. We got enough time to make one more run.
You have just purchased 340 tons of insulating membrane for well over 3 million credits.
Just heard me talking about millions. Got you excited. Seems like a lot of things I say. Never mind. We don't have to talk about that. It's good to see you, man. How's your new house coming along?
Full control re-established.
Oh no, continue. Oh, I didn't set course. I'm still trying to lock onto the station. Chandler Ring is here? That's a good station for. Wait, let me check. Yeah, they've got a decent shipyard, if I recall.
Course plotted.
So we're just over 600 million now. Oh, just under 600 million now that we bought that cargo. We got 7 million in cargo on our hold right now.
Destination confirmed. The Rapido is heading to the Hyades Sector ZF-MB8-1 system. You have visited this system 4 times. There is
Yeah, I know
no
what that
human
feels like.
presence here.
Move into a new place, you unbox it. You know what? You know who's feeling that more than you? Your kids. There's
Fuel at
always
maximum.
that one move that really stood out to me as a kid, where that place more than any other felt like our family home. And if this is that place for you, your kids are going to remember this move. And yeah, if you make it as momentous and as positive for them as possible, they'll want all their moves to be like that. I don't know if you had an experience like that, but that was mine. We moved around a lot for a while when I was a kid. But there was one place we went, we got there, and once we were there, that was it. We found our home. And every home I've had since I've gone out on my own, I've tried to recreate that home. I've tried to make where I am as cozy, as convenient, and as accessible as possible. Which is a little bit controversial in Taiwan because Taiwan is more functional than they are formal. So in Taiwan, especially in Taipei, your life is more external than it is internal. This is just the place where you keep your stuff, where you retire to sleep and recharge before you head out.
Obtained. The Rapido is en route to the Hyades Sector DM-KB9-1 system. You have left Federation space.
Even introverts like, gamers don't usually spend a lot of time at home. They'll go to places like cafes and game kiosks, and that's where they do the majority of their gaming. Your home is not a home like we would consider it. Yeah, this is our home. I don't want to move again. This is everything we've ever wanted in a house. That's good. Yeah, we've lived in this house. This is we're on our 4th year here now. And they just raised our rent. So we were at that crossroads where we were trying to decide if we were going to stay or move and try and get something cheaper. Especially with me, out of work at the time. But ultimately, we decided this is our home, and it'd probably be cheaper just to pay more for the rent than it would to find someplace further out where it's going to be cheaper,
Destination confirmed.
and then have to
Arapaho is traveling
live
to
with the
Highway
logistics of
Sector
commuting from
EM-KD
however farther away we were.
-1 system.
And now I'm doing this, and it seems to be working. So we're just
Big
we're
call
happy.
like that. Surprised you made it this far.
Yeah, try and interdict me, and I'll answer all of your questions. Surprised I made it this far.
Fuel at maximum.
I don't think you're going to catch me, pirate.
Jump in progress. Arapaho is en route to the Lay system. You're entering independent space. Fuel at maximum. Telemetry obtained. Arapaho is traveling to the Wikamu system. You have entered independent space. Arapaho is now fully refueled.
Let's see what threshold we can handle for heat. Doesn't seem to be getting very hot at all. Wow. I should be able to cut down my jump
Telemetry
time
obtained.
significantly.
Arapaho is en route to the Carcass system. This is your third visit to this system.
So this ship doesn't seem to overheat nearly as easily. As smaller ships tend to when you're this close to the star. Where are we going? There we are.
Maximum fuel.
All right, if somebody tries to stop us, if somebody tries to jump us this time, as long as they're not in anything ridiculous like an anaconda, we'll stop and say hello. Get a feel for what kind of bite we have in this thing. What are we hauling? Yeah, it's just insulating membrane. We'd only lose 3.5 million. I mean, plus the 3.5 million profit, but we only actually lose 3.5 invested. But I don't know if this thing would lose in a fight. I mean, maybe to an anaconda or a python, but anything short of that. And it's an NPC player. I think I'll be fine. Man, the more I look at this ship, the more I want to say I think this would be a pretty decent. I think this would be a pretty decent mining ship too. I might look at some mining builds for this thing later. Wish the lighting was better here.
Arriving at Gresh Terminal.
Gresh
Return
Terminal
to
I.
normal space in the vicinity of Outpost Gresh Terminal.
Every time.
We have been denied docking because there is no space available.
Oh,
We have been denied docking because there is no space available.
landing pad 4.
Landing pad 4 assigned.
So I can't confirm. The more mass you carry on this thing, the more it shakes when you're moving from rest. Or when you're just using thrusters in general, it seems. There's a lot of shimmy all of a sudden.
Docking complete.
It looks like we need to make space.
Local market information refresh obtained. You can sell your insulating membrane for a profit of nearly 3.5 million credits. The local market is selling merchandise at a good price, as well as galite and indite. You have just sold 340 tons of insulating membrane at just over 20,000 credits per ton for a total of well over 6.5 million credits with a profit of nearly 3.5 million credits.
Okay, so it looks like we can make this run in about 26 minutes-ish both ways. At a profit of about 11.5 million per run. So that's a good 23 to 25 million that we're making an hour. I mean, it's on par with exploration and exobiology, but yeah. So how much are they actually selling this ship for in the pre-buy? I guess we can't see that here. Yeah, I don't know what a fair price would be for this thing, but provided that they're marketing it and selling it at a reasonable price, this is a very viable way to get new players in to the mid game and trading up towards the end game very quickly. We made, in those two runs, yeah, we made about 27 million. No, we made about 30 million. We're around 573, I want to say, when we started tonight. But we turned in some cartographic data. So yeah, still around 30 million for the cargo runs, for the trade runs. All right, so next time, tomorrow night, I don't know. I mean, when you look at this thing, when you really look at this thing, and I'm sorry, I think the red is fine. I'm fine with the red paint job. It's not me. I'm going to go back to the default Tonka truck yellow because that's just more my style. Maybe. I think they're fighting me. Okay. Yeah, I just think that's a better look for me. And I guess we need to look at, when you look at this thing, it looks like an industrial ship, especially when you put the yellow on it. So I'm thinking tomorrow night, before we start getting into engineering, or maybe there's a mining loop for engineering as well that I'm not aware of yet. But I think I'm going to start engineering the mats for...
Station outfitting data changes received. You could reduce your rebuy by 91 credits by swapping out your Super Cruise Assist.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I want to get into mining with this thing. See what kind of hauls we can bring in. but I would have to relearn mining between now and tomorrow night. So if that doesn't prove viable, then we might just jump into the engineering and the tech broker thing. I still think it'd be worth getting the FSD drive for this, the tech broker FSD V1. But I don't know. I kind of need a different chip to do that because, I mean, I could put a wake scanner on this. I don't know. I'll see what my options are. I want to stay with the Type-8 since it's new and people are interested in it, and I want to be able to share that with them. But we'll figure out exactly what path we're going to do tomorrow by the time we start. Probably. We'll see. But that's it for tonight. It's 10:30 p.m. It's Father's Day in Taiwan, so I have some other activities planned with the missus for tonight. But thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support, getting me the opportunity to do something I love and share that. And I really appreciate, I appreciate the response that I'm getting on both sides, from Twitch and to YouTube. I'm just very grateful. But be sure to like, subscribe, follow whichever platform you follow me on. If you like what I'm doing, let me know. If you don't like what I'm doing, let me know that as well. Anything I can do better, any other games I should be looking at, drop those in the comments. And as always, until next time, be safe, Commanders. Oh, good. I just missed the ad break. That would have been awkward if I was saying goodbye while Twitch was on an ad break. This is fun. Haven't done trade runs in forever.